We're jumping right into it. We're going to show live exclusive gameplay of The Division 2. I have with me Matthias Carlson, right? Producer.
Matthias Carlson, yes.
And Christian Panner, game director and producer, respectively. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Yeah, you
Super
excited?
excited.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, congrats on the exciting reveal at the Microsoft conference and obviously the amazing news during the UB conference. So today, to our left, we've got Yannick Manchereau, comm dev on The Division 2, and 3 other devs from the massive development team. They'll be showing a 4-player co-op, tackling a control post. And Yannick will be walking us through a little bit into his strategy. But first of all, I wanted to ask you guys, what are we going to see here?
Well, this is, first of all, actually the E3 demo that we're showcasing here at E3.
So people can play this at the LAC, at the Ubisoft.
If you're in LA and you're going to E3, you can play what they're playing right now. So
that's awesome.
really cool. So this is a tiny little slice of the world Washington DC in the Division 2, right? And this is actually, they're on their way towards that same crash site that we saw in E3.
Right, the
Microsoft brief, yeah.
Yeah, the crash of the Air Force One. Except
Exactly.
right now, it's happening at a different entry point than what was shown at the Microsoft conference. Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so obviously the big reveal was the setting, Washington D.C., capital city of America. Christian, I want to ask you, what was the reasoning behind that? Can you tell us a bit more?
Yes, absolutely. We were very excited to showcase that yesterday in our reveal and to show more, of course, today. We had multiple options. We investigated multiple options, but for us, Washington DC felt like the natural choice for 2 obvious reasons. One, of course, is the seat of power in US, and second, it's also the home of the headquarters of the division.
Right, the HQ of the Division agents,
Absolutely.
right? That's awesome. And I can see there is no more snow nor ice. Can you tell us a little more about really the timeline from the Division to the Division 2?
Yes, absolutely. In Washington DC, we are now in the middle of the summer, 7 months after the events in New York City. So the summer, the season, allow us to showcase a vibrant city where nature is now taking over the city.
It's beautiful. Hey Yannick, can you do just like a pan? Oh, I guess you're in action right now, but just like the pan of the city here. I mean, obviously, it's beautiful in its own way. It's got character. Yannick, why don't you tell us a bit more on how you plan to tackle your playthrough?
Try to, spread around actually, so, we can have a bit of a tactical approach to things and not just like face tank. So that's, we'll see how that plays out.
I think we should pay extra attention to Yannick.
Yes, exactly.
Please.
And just judge him.
Don't
no
judge
pressure.
me. I've been judged for my hand wave already earlier, so.
Okay, so Matthias, Christian, I played some of the Division. I haven't played hundreds of hours like the thousands of players out there. If there was a few things you could say about the Division 2 that new players should know, what would you say?
The list is long. I mean, we're very excited, both as gamers at the office and as devs, right? Of all the things we refined, tuned from the Division 1. Everything from the combat to refining the RPG and all that. So there's a lot of that, but also a lot of new things. So I think where they are right now, the open world is one of them. It's first of all 20% bigger than the first game, New York. It's very, very faithfully recreated, almost a one-to-one with the actual DC, right?
That's amazing. And sorry to cut you off, but Christian, you mentioned, so you guys chose watching the DC. I'm curious, did the team take any trips there to kind of really get an authentic recreation of Washington, DC?
Absolutely. We had multiple trips after we chose this setting, and we met with different architects from the city, with urban explorers, with artists from local artists to make sure that everything, it's looking beautiful in the game.
So people living in Washington, D.C. can kind of walk around and try to find their homes?
Absolutely. Although this is an
iconic.
interpretation of Washington, our interpretation of Washington, D.C. is going to be a bit more, let's say, with more nature into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then also this open world in the Division 2 is very much alive. We put a lot of love, sweat and effort into creating this living world system where not just the enemy factions of the world spread out in different areas, right, but also the civilians that you're fighting to help and protect. They're all doing things in the open world dynamically.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they're acting on needs for resources and goals of what they're trying to achieve, not least to control these key strategic locations like this control point here by the crash site. This creates a lot of movement and activity and ultimately things for you to do as a player as a surprise.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen around the next corner.
Absolutely, a lot of gameplay opportunities for the player to kind of pick and choose exactly what it is that they want to do. And so right now, they have reached the control point. I take it. How you doing there, Yannick?
That's fine. We are kinda, we all enter from the same area. Actually, we just try to rush into it, and we are pushing our way through. So far, it's fine, but we have the tank coming now. So.
Oh well, good luck with that. Matthias, so what faction are they playing against right now?
They're playing against a faction called the True Sons. Nasty people.
Nasty people that they should get rid of.
Yeah.
And so I know another big reveal, big new feature that was mentioned during the Ubisoft conference are the specializations, right? Can you tell me a little more about that?
Specializations is really adds a new extra layer and dimension to endgame, where you've been going on this incredible journey through the game, through the leveling game, the campaign. You've been growing both power and capability.
Right.
You've been getting new skills, mods for those skills, weapons and gear, etc. When you get to endgame, you're presented with a choice of how do you really truly want to specialize.
Right.
First choice is the signature weapons that we saw in the conference, right?
Right, and I think it's important to note, I think that these specializations, they're not like roles that a player kind of sticks to. They can kind of choose to grow which skill tree, am I right?
Absolutely. Each one of them is a progression track in itself. It's not just a signature weapon, and this signature weapon is important to note. It sits on top of the rest of your toolbox. You're not changing something out, you're gaining more things.
Right.
And then, very much along the lines of the design philosophy that we have, you're growing capability. So you can progress one specialization all the way, then the next one, and the next one.
And then you become the ultimate player.
Exactly. You get full flexibility to
and you're gonna need to become that because we also announced today that for the first time in a division game we have raids, which are absolutely incredible challenges. And if you are not prepared for it, absolutely, it's up to 8-player co-op, and you need to be prepared for that. It's gonna be very hard to tackle that challenge.
That is very cool. Yannick, how are we doing here?
Like that. I'm just blowing stuff up with my grenade launcher.
Have you been downed yet?
So Yannick, you're playing the demolition specialization, am I right?
Yes.
Can you
demolition
show us what's signature weapon you've got equipped there?
Yeah, I got that. I got that nice grenade launcher here. And so I get to make a lot of very nice explosions.
You get to blow shit up?
Yeah, like
And our other massive developers here, I believe we're playing Survivalist and Sharpshooter, am I right?
That's correct.
I don't know if we can get the audience to see the skill set of the other specialists. I believe that's the Sharpshooter, am I right?
That's correct, yeah. So the demolitionist that Jank is playing has the grenade launcher, which is all about, radius, controlling an area, creating mayhem, flushing enemies out of cover, getting several of them in the blast at the same time, etc.
Absolutely.
Whereas the sharpshooter has this super powerful sniper rifle, 50 cal, that can penetrate several targets. So you can find your angles and line them up, and this feature that we have very prevalently in Division 2 on the enemy archetypes, the weak points that are associated with the enemy's special abilities.
Oh, that's great.
You can pelt all of those coming in and out of the
Looks like Yannick actually did it. He captured the control point.
You did it!
Congratulations.
Yay, congrats.
That's surprising, I would have to say.
Awesome.
It is surprising.
I feel like he didn't do as good during the rehearsals, but I feel like the pressure has cost him to up his game. All right, so if I think we're done taking over this control point now.
It's really directly fulfilling that fantasy of I really want to go in that kind of role, and I want to grow more and more into it, especially in endgame, and so I think this is going to be something that Division players are going to love.
That's awesome. So let's check in with Think Pen over here. I think she may be trying to tackle the control point in a different way. I mean, and it's something that you can do in the division, right? You can kind of really tackle any challenge the way that you want with the playstyle that suits you.
Right, and so it's important to note that what they're playing here, this is not a mission. right? This is just one of the many open world activities that you encounter when you're out and about exploring the world. And that's another aspect of DC being a fantastic setting for us. That it's like, for people who haven't been there, it's a very diverse city in terms of its different biomes and districts. We have almost jungle-like nature up around the Potomac, and then these big wide open spaces of the mall really lends themselves to open area combat like we saw, where we can really think about, okay, how are we going to approach this situation?
Right, how to strategize exactly with like your team of co-op players, or I mean, you can go at it alone if you wanted to.
You can play everything in the Division, if you so will.
That's awesome. I mean, Yannick, I think we've got some questions from the community.
We've got a couple questions. We have XX Inside XX who's asking us, is the DZ coming back?
Absolutely, we're going to have Dark Zone in the Division 2. It's going to be a revised version of the Dark Zone, and it's going to be ready at launch.
Nice.
Nice.
As in absolutely fantastic.
As in the best Dark Zone ever. All right. We also have a session who's asking when does the beta start and how to sign up to it.
What we try to do with the beta is that as long when we get closer to the launch, we want to be very, very prepared. And so closer to March 15, we're gonna be able to give you more details about how when we're gonna start the actual beta plan.
Okay, but you can sign up now.
You can sign up now, right? Exactly. thedivision.com/beta. Register now.
You're such a pro. You're so good.
And so, what kind of presents you guys have at E3 this year? You've got the booth, the Ubisoft booth, where people can play the demo that we're showing right now. And I believe ComDevs have some live streams on the Tuesday and Wednesday as well.
Yes, we're going to start our live streams tomorrow. We are going to be streaming for like 2 days, total of like 14 hours of live stream. We're going to be showing more of the demo. We're going to be sitting down with some of you guys, showing people from the team, showing people from the community. We have a lot of things coming.
Amazing. And so you mentioned a closed beta. People can register right now. Where is it that they can register? Is there a website?
I will say that again.